From Lorraine Letter Gymnasium in Mullica Hill, New Jersey, just off of 322, we've got Friday night basketball here in non-conference play as the Vineland Fighting Clan visit the Clearview Pioneers. Hello everybody, I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Damian Waiters on the call. This is another great time to be here in Clearview. Clearview's 9-12 this year, but this is just the beginning of what should be a great group of guys under Tim Whitworth. They've got two freshmen, Mike Pilecchia and Darren Riddick, who have both lit up the scoreboard all year. And Pilecchia is almost at 300 points already. He's one of the top 10 leading freshman scorers in the state of New Jersey. But one of the things for Clearview is that they've struggled as of late. They've gone on a bit of a patchy streak, and now they're facing a Vineland team that's 16-3, atop the Cape Atlantic United, and all of their losses have been highly competitive.
Yes, absolutely. This Vineland team for Will Wareham, just a very competitive group, only 3 losses, and a big part of it has been down low, the 6'8" center Ricardo Johnson for the Fighting Clan. 222 points on the season, 236 rebounds, so just a couple of more rebounds. Really been a dominant force down low, and you add on 110 blocks. It's really just been a force to be reckoned with down low. I mean, it's been incredibly unbelievable.
They don't make a lot of 6'8" guys, I'll tell you that, Dame. But what I'll tell you is that I think this Vineland team is going to be in for a special treat tonight, playing a team that they played around this time last year in non-conference play in Vineland, and they won that game 58-53. It was a 5-point game. And for Vineland, as we mentioned, they're 16-3. They have the best overall record in the Cal United, but their 3 losses have both been to Hamilton and Holy Spirit. Those 2 teams are the other number 2 and number 3 in the Cal United. So they have not lost in non-conference play. They haven't lost in non-divisional play. So even though they're 16-3, all 3 of their losses came in divisional games. And Damian, this is also a Will Wareham-led squad in his first year. Dan Russo was the head coach of Vineland before he left, and he's now taking over the Vineland football program for a second stint in 2026 and beyond. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Vineland adjusts here, but it's going to be a long bus ride for the Fighting Clan, and for Clearview, they're going to look to prove something tonight.
Absolutely. For Will Wareham, I mean, just inheriting the squad, a lot of these guys that are juniors and seniors on this squad for the Fighting Clan, or excuse me, a lot of these guys that were freshmen and sophomores for the Fighting Clan just a couple of years ago under Dan Russo are now juniors and seniors, and they know what it's like to play winning basketball. They know what it's like. Russo kind of turns his team around from a 3-17 team, you know, to just going last year of 15-12. So it's definitely a good squad for Will Wareham that he's been able to inherit. And I mean, 16-3. I mean, Hamilton's been able to have their number both times that they've played them, and that they lost to Holy Spirit. But other than that, it's been smooth riding for these Fighting Clan, and they're looking to continue that tonight.
And all 3 of those teams, Vineland, Hamilton, and Holy Spirit, have first-round byes in the Cape Atlantic League tournament. Those seedings came out today, but it's going to be fun. Vineland and Clearview. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here from the Lorraine Letter Gymnasium in Mullica Hill right after this. All right, those are your starting lineups. We're going to get ready to go. I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Damian Waiters on the call. Kevin Profico is our producer this evening, as we've got high action, high octane Tri-County versus Cape Atlantic basketball. Vineland 16-3 on the year. Meanwhile, we've got the Clearview Pioneers at 9-12, looking to have something to prove here in their third to final regular season game. Now standing is the View crew. It's Friday night, and this Clearview crowd is ready for a treat. Ricardo and Turner under it, and we're underway here at Mullica Hill. Quick drive to the basket, and almost a slam.
Already. Oh, we're starting early.
We can't even catch up. The game just started, people. It's back out to the corner. It goes for Vineland as they'll try to get this one in. Back over to the top of the key for three, no good. Tipped up. Whitworth will go out for it. Now it goes up and in. Great start there as Bailey gets the first basket, gets tipped out of bounds. Clearview ball.
Good basket early for Vineland.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a very, very quick drive to the basket. Almost had a slam in the first 5 seconds.
Yeah, that was a lot to handle.
Here comes the corner three. Good!
Oh.
That's another great way to start it. Clearview knocks down a three from the corner, courtesy of TJ McGovern, and it's 3-2.
I only wonder if the Fighting Clan are going to have to step out on those shooters. Clearview may look to put that as a high part of the game plan here in this one.
Well, that's what we saw the last time we saw Clearview versus Pittman. They shot a lot of threes in what was a 25-point win. And we've got wonder if they were I think they were trying to check in if Whitworth was hurt or Turner, but they'll bring this one back up. 1 minute in, 4-3. Turner working through traffic. He'll bring it over to Whitworth. Here's another three. Good! McGovern!
TJ McGovern.
6 points in the first 2 shots.
Wow.
Told you Clearview's going to shoot a lot of threes tonight. They've already made 2. It's 6-4. Out on the left wing. Looking to find somebody. Goes back out to the top for Bailey. Now moving in. Here comes a nice lay, and we're tied. So that one falls for Bailey. Wow. And now here comes another one. It's tipped. Whitworth would have had the shot that time. Here comes another one. Foul, late foul. As Lawson was driving to the basket, he'll get 2 shots.
Yeah, James Lawson, the junior guard, 5'9", 160 for the Fighting Clan. Him and Eric Bailey are going to be, him and Dominic Bailey, junior, 5'9", 145 pounds, are going to be looking to do a lot of the ball handling here for Vineland.
First shot is good, and it's 7-6 Vineland.
Second shot is good.
So that one falls for the Fighting Clan, and they're going to make this an 8-6 game. And again, Clearview is going to do a lot of straight shooting here. They are not going to wait a lot to get those shots off. Even if it's not the best shot, they're going to take the first or second shot. As floater misses. And Johnson hucks it up and off the glass.
I mean, what can you do right there, Dan? 6'8", Ricardo Johnson down low.
They're going to have to take advantage of that low post if you're Vineland, as that that three gets tipped. Vineland will bring this one back up the floor again with Bailey, who's got 4. Out on the right side, 5:30 to play in the first.
Just the ability to alter shots. I mean, and you have to credit the athleticism to get out there on the perimeter. You know, shooters, Clearview's trying to get those 3-point shots up early, and Johnson just able to contest them outside.
Makes a man miss, goes back out to the top for Thomas. That one's off the glass. And again, it just feels like a game where you can barely even breathe. It's already 12-6, 3 minutes into the ball game, and Turner will get fouled by Tavion Davis. So that will be his first, team's first. And George Criticson will inbound this one. TJ McGovern, the only point scorer so far. He's got 6 on 2 triples. McGovern wanted to take another one. This time back out to Turner. Another deep shot off the top, hits the wire, but they keep it in play. I mean, that wire is shaken. That should have been out of bounds, but instead it was. Bit of a missed opportunity there for Will Wareham and Vineland. So this will be inbounded from the corner by Crittickson. This one's going to move in for Turner. Now over to Palekia. Palekia dropped 25 when we last saw Clearview back on January the 9th versus Pittman. A 66-41 win. Here comes a three. Good! 3-3 with 3 threes. TJ McGovern, 9 points, 3-point game.
And they're really gonna have to step out on it now. I said I wonder if they would when McGovern hit the first one, and now he's up to his third three here midway through the first quarter. As Dominic Bailey tries to pull up for three, no good, and McGovern on the rebound, but they're going to have to step out on these threes.
These are two entirely different offenses as we will go out of bounds. No foul. That was all ball. But Vineland isn't going to shoot a lot of threes. They're really going to dominate that low post offense. Meanwhile, Clearview, they're going to shoot a lot of threes. So where do you line that up with the perimeter defense? You know that you're going to have to lock down that perimeter as Turner goes out. Here comes another corner three. No good. Offensive rebound, another heave, another tip, another shot, no good. Goes back out to Bailey. And he'll take this one over with 3:50 left in the first, 12-9. Vineland on a bit of a cold streak, but they're going to try to get back in the scoring column here. This one moves up, too strong. No good, out of bounds, Clearview ball.
I have to give credit to Palekia down low on especially that possession, but just down low through this game, having to really guard Johnson, 6'8", that's not something easy to do, and especially for his player style. Oh,
there's another three!
Oh, my. Whoa.
Somebody call the weather service. It's raining threes. That's 4 for Clearview, and the game is tied again. 12-12. And that's the first man not named McGovern to knock down a shot. And again, Vineland will have to respond to that perimeter offense. Here comes a nice hook pass going in. Johnson up and in. Vineland takes the lead again. 3 minutes left in the first, but this is high-octane offense at its finest.
Yes, it is.
Goes back out, far corner, cross-court pass. Turner, no good. That would have given Clearview the lead, and now the energy shifts in the gym as Vineland looks to get back on a run. He'll go up through contact. No good. Johnson tried to bring it down. It'll be last touched. Thought Johnson had the last touch on that, but
definitely did look like the last touch.
That's what I thought.
Fighting Clan right there. Both guys down low fighting for the ball. Got to give credit to both of them as Lawson will be on the inbound.
Lawson will bring this one in, back out to the corner. Another feed to Lawson, guarded by the junior Turner. There are 0 seniors on this varsity lineup for Clearview. Everybody has at least another year. As a shot missed by Lawson. Here comes another one for three, no good. Rebound by Johnson. 2:15 left. And after what was a really exciting first 5-6 minutes, that's going to be a travel call on Lawson.
Yeah, he took 3 steps right there.
Easily.
Yeah, that was too easy of a call. Great call there by the ref. You have to be more focused in if you're Lawson right there.
2:05 left in the first. Here from the Lorraine Latin Gymnasium, a.k.a. The Hank, here in Mullica Hill. Palekia wanted to take a shot, brings it back out. Whitworth inside, feeds it. Gets it out for Crittickson, and Turner parts the seas. Back and forth again as Jonah Turner gets a 2-point shot from inside to fall. It's Clearview's first 2-point basket, and it's 14-all. Back out on the left side, creates an open lane, fouled on its way up, and Bailey will have 2 shots.
I just want to say on that last possession there for last possession there for Clearview, I feel like that was a good extra pass right there to Jonah Turner. 323 points on the season for the junior guard.
First shot, no good. These two teams have played 3 times in the last 10 years. They played in February of last year at Vineland. Vineland won 56-51. Clearview had the last two advantages in 2022 by 11 and 2017 by 4. 15-14 as one of two from Bailey. Shot blocked by Johnson. And you're going to see a lot of those tonight. Ricardo
Absolutely.
Johnson, that might be Vineland's solution to the perimeter defense is, get to the three-point shooter. It might seem a little unorthodox, but put the 6'8 center there. Try to block his shot before he can get it off. Moving back out. Turner, hounded by double teams. Palekia fires out. Back over. Beyond the perimeter. 3!
It's something that is very destined to work for Tim Whitworth and his squad. As long as they're able to continue to get that extra pass here on these possessions, it's just absolutely unbelievable here in the first quarter for Clearview.
Lawson tries to respond with a 3, but no cigar there. It's now 17-15. Here comes another 3. Again, tried to get that perimeter defense from Johnson, no good. Down to 50 seconds on the game clock here in the first quarter. Goes over to Johnson, feeds it out. Bailey, open 3, no good. Tipped out. Tries to go in for a rebound, but a foul, a push on the other end of the floor. And Will Wareham disagrees with the call. Not that much fouling either. I mean, these two teams have been pretty clean back and forth. They've just been getting a lot of open shots.
I feel like it's been a lot of good passing, a lot of little
Clearview's
passes.
been amazing with their passes so far.
Yeah.
30 seconds, 17-15. Clearview leads this one here in Mullica Hill. Their third to final home game of the year. They have Gloucester Catholic and Delsea in the final week of the regular season, and then Tri-County Conference playoffs start. If you're not familiar with the Tri-County, there's Flight A, B, and C. As this will be inbounded after they get Lawson to tie his shoe. This one goes out. Turner to Palekia. Gets it out with 20. Underhand feed. Back to the top, back to the logo. Turner. Guarded by Bailey. He'll get out of it. There's 10. Moving back out. Inside the baseline. Feeds it over. He gets another open look to the top. He'll shoot with 6. It's no good. Off the bottom of the rim. And that will send us to the end of the first quarter. He'll get a shot off from half court. And so close. As how about that? I mean, that would have been a great 3 from Lawson. But instead, Clearview leads by 2 over the 16-3 Vineland Fighting Clan at the end of the first quarter. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. Welcome back. The View crew is in full effect tonight as they lead the Vineland Fighting Clan 17-15 here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. It's a good one so far as, well, Clearview has had the advantage in three-point shooting. Vineland has certainly had the advantage in low post shooting. It has been like night and day. Asking for clarification on who has the ball to start the second. And that will be Clearview because Vineland took the last shot, and that was as time expired.
Yeah, but it's definitely been night and day for these two squads so far after the first quarter, Dan. But I have to give credit to Alex Whitworth and Mike Palekia down low, having the task of guarding Johnson and being able to kind of hold him here so far.
Whitworth no good on the three. Moving back over, spinning, firing, foul and one. And there's that break that Vineland was looking for. As a great break that time. James Lawson will go to the line.
I mean, what a play there by Lawson. And if that's something that he's just been able to do for this Fighting Clan squad so far this season, really been an acrobat and able to get those double clutch layups to fall, and really, really tough layups as he goes here for to complete the
first shot, and the and one is good for Lawson, who averages nearly 20 points a game for Vineland as a junior guard, 5'9", 160, 19.8 points per game.
Just a great player.
Just an absolutely phenomenal player as he gets the and one to fall. 18-17 Vineland. Out on the left wing, moving back over. Again, they're just going to look for something here. This passing has been phenomenal for Clearview, is moving up with a little hook shot, no good. McGovern wanted to try something different, doesn't fall, and now Vineland will have possession back with a minute gone in the second quarter. Moving over to the right. McGovern has 9 for Clearview. Turner has 5. And Palekia has the other 3. Lawson looks to set a play.
It'll be interesting to see who takes over this game as it progresses. Lawson kind of picked up his dribble there. Corner 3 by Bailey. My goodness.
There you go. Bailey knocks down to 3. He's got 8. And now Vineland starting to get their rhythm back. It's a 4-point game. And I think you could see it took them a little while to adjust, but you could see this perimeter defense is really working, and they're shutting down Clearview right now as this one goes back out. Looking for a man. Turner, or Palekia doesn't take it, fires it across the floor. With no shot clock, they can do this for as long as their stamina lets them. Goes back down, and the rebound by Johnson is good. Now Lawson will take this one up, guarded by Turner.
Yeah, you can really tell that.
Witherspoon, by the way, now on the floor for Clearview, number 1. Lawson, no good. And a rebound by McGovern.
A lot of contact there down low. TJ McGovern having to deal with Ricardo Johnson. Took a little bit of hit to the face, but he's all right.
There's an open 3. Off the bank! Go check your deposit. The bank is open. The 3 falls, and something was up with TJ McGovern. He's asking to be taken out of the game. So this is going to be an injury substitution here as he's going to go to the trainer's room.
I saw no injury on that shot right there, right off the bank. And
you said he got hit in the face or something?
Yeah, down low. He was trying to
that was on the other end,
on defensive side. He's doing a great job fighting for position as he'll take a break for an injury time.
And I give him credit, as this is going to be backcourt.
Oh, man.
I'm going to give him credit for getting hurt, but sticking with it long enough
100%.
to make that 3.
100%.
I mean, that's a team player right there. So now on the floor for Clearview, it's Turner, Palekia, Witherspoon, then Whitworth and Criticson. Turner on the right side, guarded by Lawson. 1-point game. Turner fires it out to the left. Whitworth up and in. Nothing but net that time for Alex
fearless.
Whitworth.
Absolutely fearless.
Whitworth, a freshman too, gives Clearview the lead, 22-21.
Clearview in that 2-3 zone. Vineland kind of started the game in the 2-3 zone, but they've been doing a good job moving their feet. Clearview kind of being really stagnant. They're really trying to shut down Johnson on the inside.
Now moving in, Lawson, short, late foul, and they're going to call this a shooting foul. So we will see Lawson back at the line for 2. 684 career points going into this game. He had a stretch in the first 5 games of the season, first 6 games of the season where he scored 20+. The funny thing is, first 5 games, right? 20, 20, 20, 20, and 20. And then he scores 21 to break it. But still, this guy is freakishly consistent.
Absolutely.
As that one does go. And Vineland now 22-22, all tied up. Lawson with 7 points. out on the right side. Firing in, and another nice pass. Luke Pilecchia, the freshman. And again, this young combination for Clearview is really just a great sign of the future.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
Clearview used to be one of those teams that would lose like 15, 17, 19, 20 games a year. But now they're getting back, and they had a really good start. And yes, they did falter a little bit in the second half, but they could get a high seed in maybe Flight B of the Tri-County as Ricardo Johnson gets tangled up with Luke Pilecchia.
Just a lot going on down low that time right there. As Will Wareham and his squad will make a substitution. Jones will come out, and also Thomas.
Yeah, so they're making 2 subs here. Now into the game will be number 24, Tavion Davis. And up off the glass is Johnson. Also in is John DeVault, number 34.
Good footwork down low by Ricardo Johnson, able to get that bucket, tie the game back up.
Here's a deep 3. Oh, just out. That would have given Clearview the lead, but we stayed tied. 24 apiece, 3:35 left in the first half. Spinning around. This one comes out. No foul. Barely able to save it, but he couldn't heave it. Jonah Turner ended up in the second row, right in front of Stephen Assay, the athletic director. I mean, it's a valiant effort to save it, but the referee called it right. Said he was out of bounds.
And I think that Tim Whitworth putting his squad in the 2-3 zone will really do a good job of, at the same time, shutting Ricardo Johnson down inside, but being in the passing lane for James Lawson.
That one comes out. Johnson after the block. Can't get the second chance to fall. Whole lot of contact, goes back out. Here's Bailey. Back to Lawson. 3:10 here in the second.
Wareham wants them to go fast, wondering why they're kind of being stagnant. Bailey will take another 3.
That was just a little bit wide. DeVault comes up, and he'll get fouled. Or excuse me, he commits a foul.
Wow.
So John DeVault in a little bit of disbelief as Witherspoon will sub out. And back into the game is Whitworth. Or excuse me, Criticson is back into the game. And McGovern. McGovern, of course, we mentioned a few minutes ago, had the injury timeout, got hit by someone, as that 3 just rattles out. But he went to the bench and then came back in just a few minutes ago, so he's all healthy now, as there's a nice move. Lawson can't get it to fall, but it barely goes in, as that'll be a timeout called by Will Wareham, the first of the day. We'll take a break as well. It's a close one. 26-24 here on a rowdy Friday night in Mullica Hill. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Here's our Cape Atlantic United standing, sorted by overall record. Vineland leads at 16-3. I mean, honestly, the top 3 are the 3 best teams, really in this bottom half of the Cal. If you're not familiar with the Cal, they have the American National and United. And down in 4th is Pleasantville. We see Hamilton next Friday versus Millville, one of our last games of the regular season. And then the bottom 3, Oak Crest, Buna, and Cape May Tech, just a few wins each. Fires it out to the corner. After some trouble, he got the pass off, got the shot off. It hit the wire. They didn't whistle it, and DeVault gets the rebound. 2:10 now left in the second quarter. 2-point lead for the Fighting Clan here in a close game. Again, a game that Vineland won by 5 when they played at Vineland High School in February of last year. Moving inside, Lawson through traffic. And second chance, no good. slapped in the face as Palekia slams a volleyball block, and that one is out of bounds. No foul on DeVault. It's all clean, and he loves it. John DeVault sends that one out of bounds. It's still Clearview ball, but a great morale booster for Vineland.
Palekia on the block down low for Clearview on one side, DeVault on the block down here for Vineland. I mean, it's just great defense in the paint. Great post defense for both teams right now.
McGovern sends it to Turner. McGovern has 4 threes. He's got half of Clearview's 24 points. That's 12 total. Moving inside. Has to find somebody. Palekia is open. Too short, and somebody had to come down for the rebound, and it was Bailey. You can see Vineland try to clear the space there on the offense, on the rebound. Kind of a convoluted situation as he'll send it to DeVault. He'll shoot a 3 from the left wing. No good. Vineland has not been as successful from 3, but they've had their 6'8" center, Ricardo Johnson, and now a foul as Palekia, no, that's Turner who takes a tumble. It'll be a push foul.
Yeah, and that time, that one will go on number 24,
It's gonna be on Tavion Davis.
Yeah, he's kind of just getting a little bit too animated here with the referees. He's really gonna have to calm it down.
1:10 left in the second quarter. I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Damian Waiters on the call. Our producer is Clearview grad himself, Kevin Profico, out of Rowan College of South Jersey, Gloucester, as this one's a nice move. Too strong, though, and another tangle. We're going to have 4-on-4 like it's a Pico power play. Is now moving in with a Euro to DeVault, who gets that one in.
Yeah, right now Vineland is really having a great success by having 2 forwards in the game in Johnson and DeVault. It's another 3 by the
Clearview's
Pioneers.
rushing some shots here.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, Clearview led by 2 at the end of the first quarter, and that's when Vineland really couldn't figure out how to operate this perimeter defense with such a 3-oriented team. Now that they've gotten that figured out, they've held Clearview accountable. They've held them to just 7 points here in the second. If that pass a little bit awry, last touched. Oh, they're going to say this is last touch by the Pioneers. That looked like that went through the hands of Thomas.
Yeah, look,
Chris Thomas, the 6'3" senior.
Definitely, that's what I saw too. You know, the referee with just a better eye is Don Witherspoon, number 1 for the Clearview Pioneers, checking back in. Lawson will inbound. But like as you said, Dan, Fighting Clan doing a great job of really shifting their defense to be able to counteract the 3-point shooting that Clearview was doing earlier on.
8 seconds. 4-point lead for the Fighting Clan here on the road. Moving in. Lawson, blocked, foul on the Pioneers with 1.1 on the board. This will get charged against TJ McGovern. And since it's a shooting foul, we'll have some late foul shots. Again, tune in tomorrow for Saturday afternoon basketball way up north in Warren County. It's the quarterfinal round of the Hunterdon Warren Sussex tournament between the 9 seed Phillipsburg State Liners and the number 1 seed Warren Hills Blue Streaks. Boys basketball 1 p.m. tip. Lane violation on who? It's going to be on Vineland, so the shot will not count. So that's 0 for 2, leaves the door open to make this a 1-possession game going into the break. And here comes a chance. He'll heave, and it's well short on the shot from Palekia. But Vineland puts up a defensive attack and gets the offense going in the second quarter as they lead by 4 after trailing by 2 at the end of the first. Really good performances by James Lawson and Bailey. They have 7 apiece, but Vineland has really stayed consistent, and that's been their best attribute. They've stayed consistent, and when things didn't go right, they really were able to adapt, and that second quarter was really, really smooth basketball by Vineland.
Yeah, absolutely. And Clearview, they're really going to have to, the way they're going to have to get back into this game, they kind of have to shift their offensive game plan and their offensive scheme. Shooters like Alex Whitworth and TJ McGovern have really had to kind of know what it's like to play inside. Not only had they do on defense, but also in the down low in the second quarter on the offensive side. They're really going to have to do better with moving the ball like they did in the first quarter and find those 3-point shots again. Well,
we've got halftime here from Mullica Hill at the Hank, the Lorraine Ledden Memorial Gymnasium. It's going to be a fun one in quarters 3 and 4. Vineland 28, Clearview 24. Coming up after this.
Mental Health Awareness Month, it is the responsibility of all of us to make sure that our friends, family, and anybody who we hold dear in our lives is feeling well. The problem with spotting mental health issues is that the symptoms aren't that obvious. Just because someone is okay or appears okay on the outside doesn't mean that they're okay on the inside. It's important that if they are in distress, that they call the right people and they get the help that they need.
And it is very important that we treat each other with respect, regardless of who you are or where you come from. But it is just as important that we treat ourselves with respect, regardless of the situation going on in our lives.
If you're in distress, you can call this number, 988, or you can visit any of these websites if you're not in distress, but would like to learn more information about mental health awareness and research.
Book Dog Pro Wrestling for your next event or outing for the greatest action that New Jersey Pro Wrestling has to offer. Any place, any time, any setting, Dog Pro Wrestling will bring the action to you, and you won't want to miss it for moments like this. But don't just take it from me. Take it from Max Mundo, the Dog Pro Wrestling ambassador.
This is Max Mundo with Dog Pro Wrestling. Are you a civic organization, sporting club looking to fundraise? Then look no further to Dog Pro Wrestling. We do grand openings, corporate events, and much more.
And why not from some of the wrestling talent themselves?
I'm Vinny the Fixer, and I'm the champion of Dog Professional Wrestling. If you want to book the best, come see us. We're the cream of the crop. We'll come to any fundraiser you can think of. Just name the place and we'll show up.
This is the upstanding Dylan Mesh, and for the entirety of my professional wrestling career, dog wrestling has been a mainstay for where I like to wrestle. So you can believe me when I say that it is quality. And I'm upstanding. I'm the only opinion you need.
Yeah! It's your boy Gabriel Hodder here with my man Matthew Oman, and if you want your events to be all fight, no flight,
then book Dog Wrestling so you can witness true primal fear. Woo!
In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities, but to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools, we are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student will be in good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives, all while avoiding the lines at the DMV and getting insurance discounts.
We chose Harper, and so should you.
Up here from Clearview Original High School, I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Damian Waiters on the call. Our producer is Kevin Profico. As we've got a good one on hand, 28-24, Vineland leads by 4. Clearview led by 2 at the end of the first quarter, and really the story of the game has been Vineland's perimeter defense and Clearview's three-point shooting. Clearview got a whole bunch of threes off. TJ McGovern specifically had 4 triples in the first quarter. But now everything is a little bit on its head, because Vineland figured it out. Will Wareham gave his guys a different set of plays, and right now it seems to be working for Vineland.
Yes, absolutely. And on the offensive side for Wareham and the Fighting Clan, James Lawson, the junior guard, doing a great job on the dribble drive, just being able to shot create and put the other 4 players on his offense in beautiful positions to get great shots. He's been doing a great job of swinging the ball to his shooting guard, number 12, Dominic Bailey. And a lot of bench players have checked in. A lot of players have checked out for Vineland. They still hold this 4-point lead. A lot of guys just looking to make an impact and secure this win.
We return to the third quarter as all 5 starters are back on the floor for both teams. Clearview's got Jonah Turner, the junior and the leading returning scorer from last year, as a 3 to start the half. It's no good. And James Lawson will bring this one up for Vineland. They've got a 4-point lead, but honestly, I feel like Vineland is a couple of good shots away from really starting to take hold and control of this game. Because they're up by 4, but they have certainly controlled the pace for most of this second quarter. Again, the first quarter really feels like a fluke at this point for how good Vineland has played defensively. This goes back to the top for Bailey. It's going to be a long possession here. Spinning around, he'll take a mid-range. Good. Nice shot there from Bailey. He's got 9. And Vineland leads this one by 6 now, 30-24. Vineland is 2-0 on DWB platforms. We saw them first on March 24th, 2025. A baseball game versus Cumberland. They won that game 5-1. As now here comes a corner from the 3. Off the front of the rim. Pilecki is able to get it. Gets an open lane, but not open for long as wrestled to the ground. It's a hard foul committed by Chris Thomas. It'll be 2 shots for Mike Pilecki.
Yeah, the senior forward, a little bit of counterpart to Johnson. Will Wareham with a lot of bigger guys playing on the on his 5 on the court here for Vineland. John DeVault, Chris Thomas, and Ricardo Johnson in the game for Wareham.
Pilecki at the line. He's got 5. First shot, front rim. Pilecki, the freshman, as we mentioned, he has 247 points. He's top 10 in the state for freshman scores. He's number 8. We saw Quincy Washington on Monday. He's number 2 behind a gentleman from Ocean Township. He's got 247 points, 101 rebounds.
We're just seeing some great freshman scorers all over the state.
He averages 11.7 per game as that one rolls in for Lawson.
Clearview's pressed that time, tried to get Lawson a little bit rushed, but nothing that junior guard can't do right there on that possession that time.
Yeah, it's been really fun to watch as Pilecki really getting hounded by these Vineland defenders. Goes back out, trying to find somebody. Deep 3, Pilecki, airball. And an air ball is never a good momentum booster if you're, especially a team that's losing. You're down by 7. I feel like Clearview's starting to let this game slip away from them. That's a shot that they don't need to take. Even though they're a 3-point oriented team, it doesn't have to be your entire motto. It doesn't have to be your entire motif. But even though your offense revolves around that, doesn't mean you have to be one-dimensional. And I think that that's one thing that they're making a mistake for. Mid-range shot, that one from the semicircle doesn't go for Lawson. Trying to draw a foul. Turner gets out of it. He's open. He goes to the top. McGovern to Whitworth for 3. Good! Way to make a liar out of me. Okay, they're going to, well, they had to fix the net. I can't say I've ever seen a ref almost airball, but luckily that is not friend of the show, Brian Cuniff, who is the gentleman on the right side of your screen. or the top of the screen rather. Does broadcasting for Cape Atlantic Live down in Cape May County. Good friend of ours. As spinning around at half court. This one will be fired out into the corner. Whitworth for another try. Just rattles out.
And just in and out that time for the Pioneers. And you said it then that Clearview might have to change up their offensive, what they want to do on offense. Is Thomas with a three. Just a little bit windy.
And DeVault gets fouled. So it ends up working out for him nonetheless because they do pick up a foul.
Absolutely.
For John DeVault. For next week on DWB, we'll be at Kingsway versus GCIT. Or pardon, it'll be Kingsway versus GCIT in Sewell at GCIT. For more Tri-County Royal basketball. Tip-off at 5:30. First shot from DeVault. Takes a victory lap, gets in there. 3 points off the bench. On Tuesday, we'll have Burlington County play-in tournament action between Riverside and Cinnaminson, 3:45 p.m. tip-off. And then on Wednesday, we've got boys ice hockey, our last ice hockey match of the year between Red Bank Catholic and Gloucester Catholic from the Hollydale Ice Arena, 3:05 p.m. as puck drop. In trouble, Turner gets out of it. 5 minutes left in the third. Moving over the middle. Left hand, too strong. Taking a dive there, now wide open spaces, right hand lay on the pump fake. That one goes. It's an 8-point lead.
That was a hard time for Turner on the other end for Clearview, just trying to spit it in. Looking for the foul call. Hard defense there by Johnson, the big man, but no call.
Moving in is Turner. Nice spin, but it's too short. There has been so much contact on that end of the floor. Clearview is getting beaten and battered right now as another three. That one goes.
Man.
And Whitworth will call a timeout. I don't know if you noticed, that one hit the wire too. But they have let that go all night. That should have been out of bounds, but it counts just the same. And it's 39-28 with 4:12 left in the third. We'll take a break. Welcome back. This broadcast is brought to you by Harper Driving School. Over 90% of students who take their New Jersey State driving test with Harper pass on the first attempt. Book an appointment today at Suite 4 of the Total Turf Complex in Pittman at 614 Lambs Road, just minutes from Route 55. Tim Whitworth calls his first timeout of the evening here from Clearview Original High School. It's 39-28 in favor of Vineland. One timeout each has been used by the relatively young head coaches. Will Wareham in his first season taking over for the now Vineland football head coach, Dan Russo. And Tim Whitworth in his third, taking over for Rob McKercher. There's a three, no good. Tries to fly in for the rebound, but instead Vineland picks it up again. With Chris Thomas, Lawson just rolls over. DeVault, too strong. Now a third chance and a foul before they could get another shot off. 3:50 left in the third. Foul is called on Criticson.
I mean, Dan, when you have three key rebounders in the game for Vineland in DeVault, Thomas, and Johnson, it's very, very hard to secure the ball after a miss and not give the Fighting Clan these second chances. But it's been a great job. You know, John DeVault, number 34, even though he only has 3 points off the bench, has been doing a great job as just getting a spark on the defensive side and securing the ball. They'll call a travel on Lawson.
Yeah, well, Lawson doesn't agree with the call, but one thing that I do miss is players being apologetic about foul calls or travels and stuff like that. Maybe it's just an old school line of thinking as Turner gets that one to go. But far too often I see players complaining or putting their hands up in the air and being dramatic about calls that were absolutely right.
Yeah.
I mean, that was easily a travel. That's the definition of a travel. But I don't know if some players just don't see it or if they want it to go their way. I mean, of course they want it to go their way, but if you know a thing or two about basketball, you should know that every single time that's going to get called for a travel. Three is off the mark. Johnson picks up the rebound.
And Palekia really has to step into himself from the three-point line.
And there's a really nice lay that time by Chris Thomas. Vineland taking control of this game, 43-30. They have held Clearview to just 13 points in the second and third quarters. And they've held them to just 6 here in the third. That's a travel.
Yeah.
You can see there, I mean, again, really no reaction there from Criticson. You know, I think he understands. I think he's,
Yeah, Criticson the type of player. He'll be apologetic, like you said, for calls like that. And,
And it's not, I'm not even singling out anybody on Vineland or Clearview. I'm just saying it is a league-wide, statewide, nationwide problem of players
Absolutely.
Not understanding that, listen, there's not as much leniency in high school as there are at higher levels. As that one goes up for the three, no good there. And again, Clearview just feels like they're shooting like a one-trick pony right now. Really, the only thing that they have to their advantage is the three-point shots, and Vineland's perimeter defense is all over it. Foul and one. Way to make a liar out of me. Jonah Turner gets the basket to fall and one. He goes right up there with Ricardo Johnson, and he draws the foul. And against all odds, he picks up the and one against the 6'8" center, Ricardo Johnson.
Yes, absolutely fearless that time on the two-point basket. And one shot Jonah Turner is as he goes to the line for the free throw. And it might just be the spark that these Pioneers need to get back into this one.
It's good to make it a 10-point game. Turner, 323 points as a junior this season.
Quickly down the floor.
No good there. Another drive down the floor, back to the corner for three, no good. Bailey gets it back, 2 minutes left in the third.
You'd also have to wonder, even up 10, if Wareham wants his Fighting Clan squad to slow this basketball down.
Not yet, though, and Will Wareham.
Yeah.
Us broadcasters are not on a good prediction streak tonight, but the basket falls for Lawson. Let's take a look at the Tri-County Royal standings here as we get into the final week of the regular season starting next week. How about Williamstown? They were 4-8, and now they've won 8 in a row. And is it a result of their transfers? Yes, but
absolutely. I mean,
listen,
Jameer Gordon and Clinton Suggs. Yeah,
Jameer Gordon and Clinton Suggs are great players. And guess what? Transferring in the NJSIAA, they sat for the required amount of time. They actually sat more than they needed to. Yep. They sat an extra week. I'm not gonna flame them for it. I'm not going to criticize them for it because it's legal. It's something you're allowed to do, and it's one of those things where if you're a team that can keep up with transferring here at the high school level, it'll be to your advantage. But how about Kingsway getting back to it? They're 14-8. GCIT at 10-9. We'll see them on Monday versus Kingsway. And then the final two, Gloucester Catholic and Washington Township at 7-14 under Todd Powers. So some really good basketball here in the Tri-County Royal. You know, the second of the big school divisions. You've got the Liberty, which has some great schools like Deptford, Delsey, Timber Creek. Triton not doing bad as well. There's some really good basketball in the Tri-County, and I love how the Tri-County split up. 2 schools for 2 divisions for small schools and 2 for the big guys. It really separates the competition, and it really feels like every Tri-County game is one of its own. As there's out of bounds, clean block, Ricardo Johnson. He pulled the Dikembe Mutombo. He wagged his finger.
He's very, Johnson known for that
great.
Over these past couple of games.
Ricardo Johnson doing a great job as he's been a defensive outlier for the Fighting Clan as, Turner stands stoic and he gets fouled. Vineland again, not sure why they called a foul. Will Wareham wants to know why, but listen, Turner didn't have the momentum. I mean, he stood up. Felt like that was the right call that time.
Yeah, I feel like that was the right call looking at that one. Trying to move inside is Turner.
No look pass. Here comes Turner with the lay.
I really have to give credit to Jonah Turner in this third quarter. His ability to pass the ball and really see his teammates on the opposite side of the court has been able to open up shots for Clearview, and they just have to use it to get back into this game.
That goes out of bounds. It's going to be Vineland ball. Got tipped out. But listen. As we get deeper and deeper into this season, as conference tournament and county tournament play gets ready to fall and gets ready to go, there's going to be a lot of expectations. These two teams are right now number 7 in their respective brackets for South Jersey Power Points. If the season ended today, Vineland is number 7 in Group 4. Clearview is number 7 in Group 3. Both would have a first-round home game if the season ended today. Cutoff is next Saturday, the 14th. Ball comes out, foul. Turner got hit. Got a lot of fouls against 34, Duvall.
Absolutely.
The scoreboard isn't showing how many he has. Oh, now it is. So he's got 3 off the bench, and Will Wareham wisely subs him out for Tavion Davis.
Yeah, into the game. Playing very hard, Duvall was, as he comes out. We talked about the defensive stand that Ricardo Johnson has been. These blocks, I mean, 13 blocks against Pleasantville, 11 blocks against Bridgeton, another 11 against Pleasantville the second time when they played him, 8 against Cumberland. It's been really tough down low for teams to score against the Fighting Clan, and it's been really credit to Johnson's down low post play.
Got 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. Turner and Pilecki have been moving really well, and again, this adaptability by Clearview, they're starting to heat that up. They've been taking more shots from inside to try to disrupt the perimeter defense, but now they've got an open look. 2 bounces inside. Turner up and in.
Great.
Jonah Turner. This has been a passing fest here for Clearview as Vineland can't get the final shot off. They were frustrated. Lawson was frustrated that he got a pass instead of a shot from half court. But at the end of the third quarter, Vineland taking control of this game, but don't look anywhere because Clearview seems like they're trailing right behind. It's 45-37 after 3. Welcome back here to Clearview Regional High School. This broadcast is brought to you by the South Jersey chapter of the National Adult Baseball Association. 20 teams across 4 competitive divisions with registration open for the spring of 2026. Visit SouthJerseyNABA.com for more information. And if you'd like to become a sponsor of Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, you can send us an email with an advertising inquiry at thedanwilkinsshow@gmail.com. That email is available in the description of our YouTube page, and you can find our previous commercials that we filmed, along with what we can do for your company and brand recognition. I tell people it still is a new year, even though it's February. Make it a New Year's resolution to have some more brand recognition for your small business here in South Jersey. As Lawson will inbound this one to start the fourth. 8-point lead for Vineland. Their biggest lead was 14, and they'll get one back here with Chris Thomas.
Down the stretch. They really cannot ball watch down the stretch on defense. Clearview can't. And that'll be a big thing that they're just going to have to clean up as the shot goes wide that time for McGovern.
Yeah, McGovern couldn't get anything off there, just a little bit too short. He's now moving over to the right. Johnson. Whoa, losing it. Lawson. Ooh, that was a walk. Not only did he not have, he had possession for a decent while there, but he kind of crab walked to get that ball back. Really interesting there. As Vineland, I think this entire fourth quarter is going to be clock preservation here. Unless Clearview makes a run, they are going to try to get as many, not as many shots off as possible, but in the case of that, meaningful shots. Shots that matter. And that's exactly what we saw there. It's moving up, fouled. Turner will get hit. Vineland wants to say it's clean, but it's the first foul of the quarter in a 12-point lead.
Yeah, any shot in this quarter with the last around 7 minutes left here for the Fighting Clan is really just going to be very high value, high percentage shot for Will Wareham and his squad.
First shot no good by Turner.
It's things that'll have to happen, especially at the free throw line if you're going to get these freebies and create a chance to bring a possibility to come back into this game. Jonah Turner, you're going to have to hit the free throws.
Yeah, these are the opportunities that you need to make to have a chance. As it's now an 11-point game, Turner goes 1 for 2, got a blocking foul on Turner. Team's first, and it's going to be his first as well. We talked about last week's schedule a little bit earlier. We'll resume that. On Thursday, we'll be in BCSL play between Pennsauken and Kip Academy in Camden. 6:30 p.m. tip-off, as that shot's no good. This one moves up and in. Whoa! Tavion Davis falling away. Makes that one fall. It's back out. Clearview moves in, has an open look from the corner of the paint. Offensive rebound, can't field it cleanly. It's out of bounds, and it's Clearview ball.
Good job by Davis to get to secure the rebound on the other side and get that second chance basket to go. Back into the game for Vineland.
Nice little catch and shoot, and it falls for Palekia. Not his typical shot, nor is it his signature, but he gets it to fall, and it's an 11-point game. And really for Clearview, I think that I don't think they should abandon the three-point shot, but they've been looking good enough from inside as Johnson gets another shot there. He's got 6 points. That I feel like, listen, there's a three, and it's wedged.
That was a good shot that time. Open shot there by TJ McGovern. Try to cut the lead to 10 for Vineland.
Yeah, I just think that, listen, it's a situation where Clearview, if they have an open shot, they can take it, but be conservative and be careful with your shots. It's Turner. That's a good one there. And a timeout called by Tim Whitworth. It's going to be a 30, so we'll take a break. 5:56 left in the fourth. It's 53-43, 10-point lead for Vineland. Welcome back, 53-43, 5:56 left in the fourth quarter. Tim Whitworth burned a timeout. He has 3 remaining. Again, this is the second year in a row that Vineland has played Clearview in non-conference play. Vineland won by 5 on Vineland's home floor, and these two teams played last a year ago. Goes out of bounds. Clearview ball. Actually, Vineland ball, rather. And it's going to be under their own basket, too.
Yeah, last touch by Whitworth that time for the Pioneers.
This one's going to be heaved up. Johnson, up and in. Not a lot of guys can stop Ricardo Johnson, and it seems like nobody on the Pioneers is in that camp either. As, might have taken an extra step. Here comes a 3. McGovern, no good. And again, I can't help but think that, Clearview is taking shots that they don't need to take. Vineland has their eyes set on the prize, which is strong perimeter defense. They come out, they find a way to minimize as many threes as Clearview takes. So if I'm Clearview and I see that is what they're doing and that perimeter defense is what they're locking in on, then change it up. I really liked what Jonah Turner was doing in the third quarter with those inside shots. I thought that was really innovative. I thought that was good.
Yeah,
and again,
absolutely.
Not the signature part of his game, but something that if he goes into his senior year and he's going to start getting recruitment, coaches are going to look for plays like that.
Absolutely.
And players like Jonah Turner. As Johnson makes both. He's got 10 on the evening. Back to a 14-point lead for the Fighting Clan. 57-43. Vineland, as we mentioned, best overall record in the Cal United. Really a 3-team race with Vineland, Holy Spirit, and Hamilton, although really, for being real, Vineland and Holy Spirit are going to be the ones jockeying for that division title. It's moving up. That one's in. James Lawson has 13. 5 minutes to play, and Vineland certainly starting to run away with this one.
They've done a great job of finding what it means to play good basketball. Here it is down the stretch.
Here comes a three. That's going to be a foul. And look at Ricardo Johnson.
Yeah.
He admitted it. Listen, I give him props. He didn't complain about the foul there. He knew that he fouled him, and this is going to be 3 shots here. And for George Crittixson, these are shots you absolutely have to make. Any less than 2, and it's going to be, a bit of a dagger, if you will. Witherspoon's going to check in for Clearview.
Crittixson will have 2 more for the lead of 14, and he does it.
Makes his second. These are Crittixson's first points of the evening.
And a great way to get them.
Yeah.
For Clearview.
No better way to get them. It is good. So George Crittixson goes 3 for 3. Oh, and he made a miss. Here goes Lawson. Up the middle. Lay, no good. And they're going to say he stepped out.
And so even though Vineland with the lead, still kind of playing a little bit lackadaisical, just a little bit,
Yeah.
They're really just trying to get those shots up. They're not bad shots, though.
Here comes Crittixson up again to Turner in the paint, and he tried to find Witherspoon. And a big fundamental mistake there. Clearview's had some really good passing tonight, but that was not one of their best possessions. As they trail by 13, 56-49. Over to the right. Open 3. They didn't even try that one. Johnson rebound. No good. Comes back out. Nice feed. Here's another 3. No good again. And a foul. We're going to get an, looks like an over the back. It's going to be as that ball was coming down. It is called against number 13, Brown. Javian Brown, the sophomore. So Vineland getting some new faces onto the floor for the first time as Clearview looks for a last-ditch effort. No foul. Turner couldn't get it. He's frustrated.
Yeah, they really wanted that
now
shot
at half
to
court.
fall.
And a foul there. So a lot of stoppages, but yeah, pretty easy common foul right there. Just, went up, made contact.
Yeah.
Pretty textbook. But it gives Lawson another chance to go to the line, which is going to be really good for his points. As we mentioned, 19.8 for Lawson. He's played in 19 games for Vineland this year. He's played in every game. The one game that he didn't have 10-plus points was a game that he barely played in. He got 2 points in a 64-33 win over 1-18 Cape May Tech. So probably the reason why he didn't play was that it was a team that, Will Wareham didn't want to risk losing his best scorer.
Absolutely.
As Crittixson gets it to fall.
We can see with the consistent scoring that Lawson's had over the span of the season and how beautiful it's been. The long athletic layup there by Bailey, and they'll say it will go the other way.
The Clearview ball.
We can see Lawson's consistency and his scoring has really come with his ability to get defenders in the air on the shot fakes and pump fakes that he does, and getting to the basket and drawing fouls. He's done that great and well tonight.
Over on the right, 60 for Vineland, 48 for Clearview. 3:15 to play. I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Damian Waiters on the call. Kevin Profico is our producer. As this one gets blocked, Vineland's defense really has been so strong.
Yeah. A force to reckon with here late in this one. That Fighting Clan defense has been, absolutely. Looks like finally.
Oh, good save, but it's turned over. Valiant effort, but an open look. Turner took too long. He's fouled and won. He might not have taken too long at all. He waited the right amount of time to draw it. That's exactly what he got there. So he'll have a chance for a three-point play. And again, it's crucial that Clearview makes all of these shots.
Yes, absolutely.
You're down. This is your opportunity to come back. First shot is good, or only shot is good. 15 for Jonah Turner, and it's 60-51. 2:45 left. Tries to get out of it. Half-court press. Vineland will advance the ball. Here comes a three! And Will Wareham calls a timeout. That was a big one that time as it came from the left wing. The three falls for Dominic Bailey as he registers another one. He's got 16 points. So we'll take a quick break. 63-51, 2:34 to play. Welcome back. This broadcast is brought to you by the Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators, or Dog Pro Wrestling, New Jersey's premier pro wrestling organization with high-flying events and nonstop entertainment throughout Garden State. Visit dawgprowrestling.com for more information. If you'd like to make a contribution to Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, our Venmo is at DW Broadcasting. No spaces, no hyphens. Of course, not required, but incredibly appreciated, as a lot of our crew, myself included, are college students, handful of high school guys on our roster. We all do our best to make sure that we provide top-of-the-line coverage, or at least the top of the as best as we can, of South and Central Jersey athletics. Again, we'll be back up north tomorrow for Phillipsburg versus Warren Hills. Oh, Turner took a spill. They don't call it. Now here comes Lawson. Wide open. Lay is good. 14-point lead. James Lawson doing what he does best. And he really picked that one up. Wasted no time in transition. And now Clearview's going to get in desperation mode here. Here comes Palekia for three. It's good. And we're going to have a foul. Does the basket count is the question.
Yeah, he said the basket is good.
Okay. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, that's Palekia's first three. I mean, I would say what a time to get hot, but it's very needed here down the stretch for Clearview. And 2 minutes left in the game.
Witherspoon will sub in for Clearview in exchange for Turner.
And you can only
That's 5 fouls on Vineland.
Okay.
So they're going to make sure that they can shoot.
Oh, yeah. And like you said, Dan, if they're going to be shooting right here, these free throws need to be up and down here for the Pioneers. And they will be.
So they're going to get, I would assume, 2 shots because there's no and one. Referees are talking it over, but this will send Alex Whitworth, the freshman, to the line. 11-point game, 2:03 to play. Rowdy crowd on hand tonight for both sides.
Absolutely.
Really, really great turnout for this Friday night game. I think the last time we were here was also on a Friday, so first shot is good. From Whitworth, he's got 9. Turner leads Clearview scoring with 15. Lawson leads Vineland scoring with 18. It's got to go up and down. Second shot is good. 65-56, ball comes out. They're going to hang on to it, and Clearview gets back into the full press. Out on the left side, no need to rush here. Honestly, don't even worry about taking a shot. Comes out again, Turner with a clean swipe, but it stays up. Again, they're just trying to take as much time off the board as they can, and they're doing so here. About 20 seconds off the board. 1:35 now. Heaves it in. Lay is good. That one falls.
Dominic Bailey with yet another basket for the Fighting Clan. And they'll be up 11 here with 1:20 left in the game.
Witherspoon, the 6th man for this Clearview team, in the final minutes. Vineland will go to 17-3 with a win tonight. Palekia, desperation 3, it's good. And Tim Whitworth calls a timeout. So Clearview will not wave the white flag yet. It's down to an 8-point game. 1:07 to play, and it's a 67-59 game. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's a 8-point lead for the Vineland Fighting Clan as they lead the Cape Atlantic United. They've lost 3 games this year. I should say they lead by overall record. Holy Spirit leads by divisional record. They've lost to Hamilton twice. They've lost to Holy Spirit once. They lost on Wednesday to Holy Spirit. They have 4 regular season games left. They play Bridgeton on Saturday at a rare 5 p.m. tip-off. Not sure if that's a neutral site game or not. That might be the Battle by the Bay in Atlantic City. I'm not sure. It's not listed as such. They have Overbrook and Will Wareham. Not thrilled about the foul there. But Overbrook on the 11th. Millville on the... Well, something's got to change because they have Overbrook and Millville listed on the 11th. I guess that's because of the Cape Atlantic League tournament. They would face Millville in the first round in the 8v9 game. So I guess that they're forced to move that Millville game, Overbrook game. I don't know. It might be like a Diamond Classic situation where you have to play it by a certain date instead of on a certain date.
Oh, okay.
That would. I mean,
okay.
Listen, I don't know. I'm only partially familiar with how the Cape Atlantic works. So, but then they close out their conference play with Lower Cape May, another 16-3 team doing very well this year, on the 13th. Then for Clearview, they are at home versus Gloucester Catholic on the 9th as Vineland picks up the bonus. First shot by Lawson is good. GC 8-13, and then they close out the regular season versus 7-13 Triton on Wednesday the 11th. McGovern checks back in for the Pioneers. Second shot rattles in. Clearview rolls it. Underhand flip. Palekia. Desperation time for Clearview. They feed it out to Turner. Got to get whatever shots off you can. Turner fires it off the glass and in. And Tim Whitworth calls another timeout. And we will take yet another break. Jonah Turner, 17 points, 69-61. Welcome back. 30-second timeout is over. Clearview's crowd still standing, though, even with a 8-point deficit. They've come out in droves tonight for this Friday night game. We were here for Pittman. I believe it was on a Thursday night, and they still came out.
Absolutely, yeah.
Actually, no, it was a Wednesday night, and they still came out in droves for that game. Was really something special. I mean, Clearview student section, even in what will most likely be a losing effort tonight, really has been phenomenal. And we see it every time. I'll tell you a story. We did a game earlier this year of Pemberton and Clearview football. Clearview football was with Mike Wilson for their first year, 0-9, and they played another 0-9 team in Pemberton. I think they were 1-7, but on a Wednesday night in the middle of November for a game that only mattered for pride and spirit, Clearview student section, looked a lot like this. Rows and rows full of enthusiastic kids. Clearview cares about their sports.
Yes, they do.
And I give them huge props for that because they are packed for every single game. They're one of the few schools I've seen that has packed student sections for baseball. It's really something special. Shot doesn't come down. Turner gets fouled hard. And got blocked hard the first time, now gets fouled as Turner was on the ground.
Another block down low being registered by Ricardo Johnson. He's been a force to reckon with on the post defensive side for Vineland.
Both teams with a bonus. Clearview would fall to 9-13 with a loss. Vineland would improve to 17-3 with a win. First shot, no good.
Just fouled Pilecki at that time. Even though in our last time we were here, Dan, we saw obviously Mike Pilecki in a 25-point effort against the Pittman Panthers. He's been a little bit out of place tonight with him having to take over the big man role and having to guard Ricardo Johnson on the defensive side, but also being guarded by Johnson.
Got another foul. This is one of those games where the last few minutes are going to take forever.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be. Both teams have the bonus. We're going to see foul shooting until tomorrow. That's how it is. Again, our next broadcast will be 1 p.m. tomorrow. Phillipsburg versus Warren Hills in the quarterfinal round of the Hunterdon and Warren Sussex tournament. Witherspoon will sub out for McGovern. Lawson has 22.
You've seen a great display of the dribble drive and just being an acrobat around the basket. Just weaving around hands by James Lawson.
Lawson went 0 for 2 from the line. A miss. They will foul. And again, with a 9-point game, I think that's going to kind of call a finale to this one. 25 seconds left. But again, Vineland is a team that had to work for this win.
Yes,
I mean, it is not easy at all. They played really good basketball. And I give Vineland credit for the fact that they were adaptable after the first quarter. They were down 17-15. They were looking okay, but they didn't really seem like they had an answer for Clearview's three-point shooting. But they really settled down on the perimeter defense, and they found their best opportunity to give themselves the best chance to succeed, and that's exactly what we saw. Both shots fall. Now it's an 11-point game. Moving over, no good. Are they going to let him go? They will let this one go.
Yeah,
10 seconds. So Vineland down by 2 at the end of the first quarter. Hands Clearview another loss. Final score, 73 Vineland, Clearview 62. That's the ball game. A fearsome 11-point win for the Fighting Clan as they pick up this one on the road.
I thought he was going to shoot it right there at the end.
I don't know.
He kind of looked toward his teammate. He was like, oh, should I do it? Should I not? I was like, don't do it. But a great job there, definitely.
No, I mean, listen, this was a great performance by Vineland. I give them all the credit for playing their best basketball. You know, they really gave an equal opportunity to succeed. You saw 2 20-plus point scorers. Bailey had 20. Lawson had 22. Just really a great all-around performance. Ricardo Johnson had goodness knows how many blocks. Just a really, really great performance all around. And now we see, why Vineland is so good. Even for a Cape Atlantic United division, I'm sure that Vineland could compete with a lot of the teams in the National. Listen, the Cape Atlantic is a very competitive conference. They're a conference that takes no prisoners and really, they really stick it to the man, if you will. But as we get around to seeing the regular season wrap up, there's going to be a lot of names, a lot of players that are going to stick out, and one of those will very easily be that guard in James Lawson.
Yes, absolutely. Like you said, 22 points on the night. I said it a lot during the end of the game. We saw a great job of Lawson being able to get to the rack, draw those fouls, and get to the line, shoot those free throws. He had an amazing job shooting free throws from the night. Didn't really miss too many. And Will Wareham kind of was a little bit upset with him towards the end of the third quarter because, Vineland was just trying to slow the game down. They just wanted to slow things down and trying to secure more better shots, but he was able to do that a lot in the fourth. But for Clearview, I just felt like Mike Pilecki being down low, being tasked with the duty of having to guard Ricardo Johnson, and with Darren Riddick being out, the other star freshman for the Pioneers, it was really, really hard. And we saw Pilecki hit those 2 threes late in the fourth quarter, and I feel like if he was able to be more a part of the game in that sense, and he's a true guard. He's listed as a guard on NJ.com, and when you see him play basketball for these Pioneers and Tim Whitworth, that's kind of the style that he plays. And if he was in that play style tonight, I feel like he could have been more effective.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, Clearview played a really good game, but I think that Vineland's best ability there was picking up on that three-point defense. There was not – I think if Vineland doesn't adapt to that three-point shooting, Clearview wins this game by multiple possessions. But Vineland's ability to see what Tim Whitworth was doing, pick up on it, and take advantage of it was really what gave Vineland the go-ahead tonight. And that was a really, really interesting phenomenon. So I give credit to Vineland. I give credit to first-year head coach Will Wareham. Stepping up for Dan Russo is not an easy task, and it's even harder when you also have the task of picking a 15-12 team and turning them into a 17-3 team. There's not a lot of coaches that can do that. Will Wareham certainly did his job tonight. Your final thoughts before we head off the air?
It was just a great job. I wanna also reiterate the fact of Vineland being able to switch up their defense after the first quarter, and Tim Whitworth and his squad kind of knew that they would be losing the size battle tonight in this game against Vineland, and they really wanted to continue that game plan of just stepping out and shooting threes. It worked very well in the first quarter, left the first quarter with a 2-point lead, and even going into the second, he wanted to continue that game plan, and Will Wareham and him stepping out and putting players like Chris Thomas a forward, kind of a bigger guy, and even John DeVault, when he checked into the game for Vineland on the edge and the perimeter, they started to play great perimeter defense. And even though it was a risk for Vineland, they were able to get it done nonetheless, and it really just suffocated the three-point shooting for Clearview.
Well, that'll be all for us tonight. We'll be back up north tomorrow for the quarterfinal round of the Hunterdon and Warren Sussex tournament between Phillipsburg and Warren Hills for a 1 p.m. tip-off up in their Washington Township, not our Washington Township. But from our entire crew, our social media coordinator Haley Mejia, our graphics crew Gavin Van Rel, Caleb Lane, Carson Rosso, and Fisher Giannotti. My producer making his DWB debut tonight, Kevin Profico. My color commentator, Damian Waiters. I'm Dan Wilkins. We'll see you from up north tomorrow, Phillipsburg and Warren Hills. But tonight, the final score in non-conference play, Vineland 73, Clearview 62. Have a good one, folks.